What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be answering some of the most common questions that I get surrounding OFM, whether it's in my Instagram DMs, my Discord, people in my consulting, people just wanting free value. So we're going to get into some major value in this video, but also break some belief barriers, make sure that you guys understand exactly what OFM is so you're not portrayed this fake reality of it. So in this video, I'm going to be going through basically, I think I have 11 questions lined up from you guys. So if you're watching this video, if you're somebody in OFM, I can almost guarantee that one of these questions you have asked yourself or wanted to know the answer. So make sure that you watch to the end because I put majority of the most valuable videos in the last question. So first question is, don't I just need to sign more creators to scale in OFM? Now, I can very well understand of how that may seem like that is the case of, oh, all I need to do is sign more and more creators and I'm going to get more and more money. However, the problem applies when you realize that signing more creators multiplies whatever you have. So if you have, let's say, a messy agency with headaches and problems and you're barely keeping 3 creators at $2K per month, it is not going to make it easier. It's not going to make you more money. It's just going to create more problems in your agency to sign more and more and more creators. So the best thing, the best way that you can scale in OFM is not to sign more creators, but to sign one creator, develop a system, a strategy, something that is repeatable for all of the other creators, and then scaling them with that exact system. It is not so much of I need 10 creators to make 50K per month. It's I need a system that'll get one creator to 25K per month, and then I just need to plug and play that into 2 creators. So no, you do not need to just sign more creators to scale. You need to set up a system in place, which we're going to get into later in this video exactly what types of systems those are, but also make sure that you know what you're doing to scale another creator so it's a plug and play process moving forward. Second question, my Instagram marketing sucks, Griffin. Is that the only reason I'm stuck? It honestly depends. It depends on your situation. If you're an agency owner and, your chatting ratio is on 1 to 10, your TikTok is blowing up, but your Instagram lady has 2 followers, yeah, it might be one of the few reasons you're stuck if your creator's making content, if she's posting it. But a lot of the times with, I'd say, good 85, 90% of the people that always say, oh, if I just knew how to do Instagram marketing, like I would scale so much faster. They don't know how to do chatting. Their creator is about to leave them. Their creator doesn't even want to make content. A lot of the times there's a lot of leading up scenarios and leading up problems that make someone think that it's Instagram's fault or it's the Instagram marketing's fault. Not that at all. My main solution to Instagram marketing whenever I have, let's say, a bad client or let's say a client that doesn't want to make content or just Instagram issues in general is I come up with a number. This is exactly how I fix that problem. Come up with a number of reels that you need for your strategy. So for us, if we're running 2 reel accounts and 1 main account, that's going to be around a ballpark of 40 videos a week. Let's just say 40. Now, you need to get an idea of how many videos your creator can film in a certain amount of days. So to film 40 videos, how long does that creator need? Whether it's 2 days, 3 days, whatever it is. Then from that point, if you want your Instagram marketing, because first off, there's efficiency that needs to come inside of this. Efficiency matters in Instagram marketing. You need to be able to create content over and over and over again. Once again, we're trying to be consistent. We're not trying to post the best video once a week. We're trying to post 3 quality videos per day. So figure out how long she needs to create. Let's say it's 2 days. Now it's your job to give her all the recommendations within those 2 days. So let's say she needs Friday, Saturday to film those videos and you schedule them 1 week in advance on Sunday. Make sure that you send all the recommendations in your content distribution by Thursday. So all in all, no, that's not the only reason you're stuck 90% of the time. If it is, I would just look at efficiency and also look at quality and make sure you're doubling down and killing what's not working. A lot of you guys will just run with one strategy that doesn't work, doesn't print views at all for ages. Why? It makes no sense to do that. Make sure that you guys are genuinely doing a style selection process. You're tracking what's working, what's not, and cutting out what is not working and doubling down on what is. And even you guys who say that you do that, you don't even really do that. Like the amount of people that I've known and I'm like, hey, like, do you track data? Like, do you make sure that, what you're posting is the best content? And they're like, yeah. 90% of the time, it's not true. 90% of the time, you don't track to the level to the extent that you need to be. Now, number 3 is OFM easy money / passive income? I'm going to sum this up into, is OFM just like a get rich quick scheme? Because that's what that question is portraying. Yes and no. OFM is very, very simple, But I also believe that's one of the few reasons, or that is the main reason why it is very, very hard. Just because so many people look at it as this simple business model. Oh, I need 2 days to set it up, and a month, 2 months, I'm going to make 6 figures a month. Not at all. Like, that's genuinely not how this shit works. That's not how this shit goes. If I was somebody who was wanting to get into OFM, I would have this mindset of, yes, it's a simple business model to understand, but that's also the reason why 70 million other people, obviously not 70 million, but millions of other people are also attacking this business model. So that just makes it even harder to get clients, even harder to do acquisition, even harder to break the barrier between want and actually running the business. There's a lot of more barriers to be broken because it's such a simple business model. But overall, it can generate insane amount of passive income. I mean, at this point where I'm at now, I work maybe an hour, 30 minutes a day on my agency, closer to an hour a day. And it generates me, well over 60K profit. So like, that's passive income in my eyes. That amount of work, just an hour for that amount of money, that is where the real passive income comes in. Passive. But at the same time, boys, if you're not making money right now, don't worry about passive income. You need to worry about active income. How much can I do to generate results? Number 4, is OFM dying? I don't think OFM is dying at all. The date of this recording is January 2nd, but I think OFM is having a recession, I would almost call it. This huge wave of AI, with everyone going into AI models, AI creators, I think that OFM, the normal OFM, is going to die, not in a sense of it's not going to be profitable, not in a sense of, I'm not going to be able to get clients, but in a sense of, if you don't implement hybrid creators, if you don't implement hybrid content, if you don't implement, some AI automations, you might end up falling behind. The typical, hey, I'm going to tell you what to post, let me get some chatters on your account, give me 30% of your income, 40%, 50% of your income. It's going to get harder and harder and harder to get clients to agree to that. And so in that sense, yes, I believe it's dying. But at the same time, if you're with the wave, if you're actually running an agency, you're listening to guys who run an agency like myself, not guys that ran it 2 years ago, that is some of the stuff that will keep you ahead of the game in order to not have your OFM agency die and not be profitable. Number 5, is OFM market too saturated? Is the OFM market too saturated? Yes and no. I would also say yes. Like, the OFM market itself, OnlyFans management, it's extremely saturated. But once again, it's not saturated in a sense of so many people do it. It's saturated that so many people want to do it. They want to start it. They're sending, shitty DMs on Instagram, but that doesn't mean that you can't take advantage of that. Like, I tell the hardest part, if you want to take OFM seriously, isn't creating a chatting team that'll generate a 1-to-16 ratio, isn't growing an Instagram account to 1 million followers, even though it's a hard fucking shit. The hardest part is finding an 8-tier creator willing to work, followers already on the account, main account, newish to OnlyFans, but has extreme potential. That's going to be the hardest part moving forward. The rest of it, if you have systems that, are plug and play, that's easy. So when it comes to saturation, it's saturation for beginners. It's not saturation for the people who can break through the barrier of acquisition. And that's something that I believe will always be the hardest part of OFM, getting the best of the best creators. And that's why, inside of my program, inside of consulting, like, that's one of the biggest things that I implement between the inbound model marketplace, as well as just making sure that every one of my guys gets a client. Number 6, my creators are not motivated. Oh no. How do I get them to post more content? So let me ask you guys something. The viewer watching this, if you knew you had to go to the gym every single day, right? Or like, let's say just Tuesday and Thursday out of the week. And, Tuesday comes along, you got to go to the gym. You wake up, your bags left in your trunk from the last night, your keys, you can't find your keys. All your gym outfits are dirty. Like, it's creating more problems for you to go to the gym. So most likely, what is going to be the reaction that your mind and your body has? Oh, I'm going to skip the gym today. I'm not going to do it. That's the same thing with creators, okay? This is game for you guys. Listen up. This is ball knowledge. Excuse that. If you guys hear the honking or some shit, we in Miami right now, but just ignore it. Anyways, this is ball knowledge, boys. Listen up. So if you have a creator who has to go through loops and problems and issues to film content, if it's not efficient, she will forever not be motivated. It's not motivation. Listen, my creator making 200K per month, she's not, I'm really motivated to do content. It's not that at all. It's that we have set up a scenario, an environment for her to strive in content, and that's why she makes it with ease. When we have our onboarding call with our creator, when 2 days, 3 days after we sign her, we go through 3 locations, literally hopping on FaceTime with her, picking out 3 locations in her house where she's at every day to film content. Additionally with that, showing her why the content that we're making for her works, like how to film it, why does it work, why are we even choosing this marketing in the first place. That's something that you guys also need to share with your client, because at the end of the day, if your client has to find video link ideas, has to figure out where to film, has to figure out the lighting, has to figure out the outfits, it's going to be less and less attractive for her to make that content. And you're also going to get worse and worse content. But if she knows exactly what location to film, she knows exactly the angle what to film, she knows exactly the lighting, exactly what makes the videos go viral, she's going to be so much more prone to be filming because it's easier. Same with the gym shit with you guys. So make sure that you guys are making it easy for your models to film content. It's really never a motivation problem. Number 7, are all OFM courses scams? No, I don't believe any OFM course is a scam. Sure, it may be shitty, but at the end of the day, you're going to pay and you're going to get something. If your definition of a scam is you pay and you're not a millionaire in 30 days, then yeah, all OFM courses are a scam. But that also groups in all courses in general are a scam. You have to base that off of your definition of a scam. If your definition of a scam is that I'm not getting the information that was promised, then yes, I think there are some OFM, I'm not going to name names here, but I think some OFM courses are scams. But a lot of the times, they're just making it sound better than it actually is. So are all OFM courses scams? I would say that with my definition of a scam, I would say a good 75% of them are scams. That remainder 25%, listen, boys, courses aren't here to make you $1 million. They're not, okay? They're here to give you the information. In my case, because a lot of people don't do one-to-one support in this game, which is absolutely fucking crazy to me, because every single person you work with, it's not like trading, it's not like drop shipping, it's not plug and play, it's not repeatable. Every single person that buys your course or buys your program has their own model, has their own resources, has their own everything. So I don't get why people don't do one-on-one access in this game, but obviously I do. So I think with me, look for guys who are doing, one-to-one access. Look for guys who are actually promising and following up on what they're promising they're going to do. If they say they're going to give you one-to-one calls, is that actually with you, or is that with one of your paid success mentors that you signed 2 years ago? That sort of thing. So no, they're not all scams. 75% of them, with my definitions, are a scam. Look for the guys who actually care the fuck about what you do and where you go when you join inside the program. Not just, oh, fuck Josh, man. He paid me $3,000. I'm out of there. Yeah, that's bullshit. Number 8, is OFM mentorship actually worth thousands of dollars? Again, it depends on your own discretion. If you think getting into tens of thousands of dollars worth of information, 2 years of struggle, hardship, trial and error, 2 years of collecting SOPs, along with 4 months long of talking to that person who has created all that information, yeah, in my personal opinion, I do think that is worth way more than thousands of dollars. Essentially, if we want to just talk straight logistical, I can fact and false the whole is this worth it thing, because I have information that I've paid for that has been over $10,000 that are inside of my program, which I don't charge $10,000 for my program. So that's the thing, is if we get down to the actual information, the nitty gritty, sure. I think if you're going to join into a course and you're not going to commit 100%, and you're not going to act on all the information, you're not going to follow through with what that person tells you, fuck no. It is not worth a single penny. But if you're going to use that information, you're going to genuinely put 10x levels of action behind that information, you're going to listen to what that mentor is telling you, you're going to follow the steps, you're going to put your head down 4 months' time, have low expectations, and genuinely put your belt to ass, then yes, it's worth 10x whatever you fucking paid for it. Number 9, can I learn everything from YouTube? No, simply you can't. Even somebody who is so transparent about what I do and about my agency, there are still certain select things that I just would not put out there on YouTube. It would be stupid for me to do that, not just because I get paid to tell people certain amounts of information, certain things, certain pieces of information, but also just because it would saturate my own business model. It would saturate what I'm doing as an agency owner. So no, at the end of the day, nobody is showing you everything and anything what to do on YouTube. And if they do, I promise you they don't know what the fuck they're talking about, or they don't run their agency. Any person who's going to show you everything for free that they do on their agency, if anyone's promising that and they don't have any sort of, business model behind that, obviously, I do free webinars, I do free Telegram calls where I give out genuine information that I wouldn't give out on YouTube at all. So if you're interested in that, boys, if you're a beginner or just want free information, link in the description. But other than that, like I also am like, I'm trying to funnel the people who are inside of those big free calls, give them value, sure, help them scale their agency, but in hopes that once they do scale their agency to 5, 10K a month, then they come to me and look to scale to 20, 30, 50K per month. So can I just learn everything from YouTube? No. You won't be ever given the actual right information. You can learn a lot on YouTube, but you have to learn. I think the biggest learning curve is going to be from trial and error yourself or learning from somebody else who has actually done the trial and error. Number 10, if you are successful in, I love this question. If you are successful in OFM, why sell a course? Griffin, if you're making, $50,000, $60,000 a month from OFM, dude, why are you selling a course? Why are you charging people for information? I'm sorry. Do you not want another revenue stream? Are you not wanting to put more work in to get more money, to leverage more business models? I don't know about you guys, but if I was in a position where if I hired somebody to set me up a info space, an info product, and I could add an additional $20, $30, $50, $60,000 a month profit to my pocket, and all I had to do was, coach people, work with people, talk to one-on-one, work more, I'm doing that. Like I'm a hustler. Like obviously I'm not going to sit here. I'm not a bullshitter, guys. Like I'm known on YouTube in the OFM space for being extremely transparent. I'm not going to sit here and tell you, oh yeah, nah, bro. Like the reason why I sell a course is just like I like helping people. Like I like that. It's not about that. This is a business for me too. This is money for me too. But the biggest thing about it is that it's not bullshit. At the end of the day, I couldn't sit here and lie to you guys day after day after day after day and sell you this information that's just not true at all. The reason why I do this business model is because I'm genuine about what I do and what I say. I'm actually living what I say. And so that way, for me to show other people that for exchange of money, that's a win-win scenario. If I can get you to pay me X amount, for me to scale you to X amount, 10, 20, 30K a month, that's a win-win scenario, because I can't just repeatedly keep scaling my agency over and over again, like as quick as info is. So if I can get you to pay me to make you money, it's a win-win scenario. We both win. Number 11, I bought an OFM mentorship before and it didn't work. Why should I get yours? So first off, you don't fucking have to. I really don't care if you get mine or not. But the biggest thing is that I don't want you to be stuck in that mindset of I've been burned before, I'm not going to do it again. And just to make you like, eyes open moment, dude, if you were in college or your 20s and you got a girlfriend, she cheated on you, or let's just say it didn't work out, are you going to forever not look for a wife? Are you going to forever not try and get another relationship? Are you just done in the dating world forever? No, bro. You know what I mean? You're going to try again because this isn't right. This isn't the success. And I also think like if you were in, let's say, trading and you bought 5 courses and you didn't find out, you didn't make it in that, bro, I would probably recommend to switch business models, to be honest. But with OFM, I'm not surprised that you bought an OFM course and it didn't work before. How many times have I said there is 75% of gurus on here who don't even run an agency? And even if they did, it was 2 years ago, and now they're saying the same. Oh my God, it's so fucking hilarious. They're saying the same shit they did 2 years ago. Dude, just post this type of video and do that type of marketing and do this for any creator in the world, and it'll make you millions. It's like, no, bro. It's custom dependent. If you have a model in this niche, you can't just post the same videos for every niche. It's not how social media works in general. If I just posted exactly what Marcus Hustle posts, am I going to blow up on YouTube? No, it's because that works with his brand, that works with his personality, that works with who he is. That's what he has. So that's anyways, I'm going on a rant there. But if you get burnt before, don't let it stop you from trying again at all, like ever. I've been burned thousands of times, bro. I've been scammed before, but am I still sitting here in a Miami Airbnb, paid 10K total almost for this entire trip? It's like, yeah, bro, I've made it after being burned. You could reword that question. I tried in business and fail. Why should I go again? Now, how stupid do you look? You know what I mean? It's like, I bought an OFM mentorship before. I tried something before. It didn't work. Why should I get yours? It's like, listen, if it didn't work because, you didn't put in effort, you didn't try, don't buy mine. I don't want you inside of my program if you're not going to put in effort, if you're not going to try. But if you bought an OFM mentorship before, you put in the effort, you put in the work, nobody else really in the program got results either, then yeah, I would say from that, no problem at all. Go and not buy another one of those shitty courses. Go look into a guy, take more precaution next time you buy. But overall, boys, I hope that I answered some questions about OFM, maybe some things that you wanted guys to know about me. I've pulled these from calls that I've had. I've also pulled these from my Instagram stories. I've asked you guys personally. So these calls, these questions all came from you guys. But other than that, boys, I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. I hope that you guys some value. I wish you all a very happy and profitable 2026. If you're watching this at the beginning of the year, if you're not, what's up? Anyways, other than that, boys, I'll see you on the next one, and peace out.